Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Nader, and today I have the honor and privilege to speak with Holocaust survivor, incredible family man, successful businessman, and Trump supporter, Mr. Edward Mosberg. Mr. Mosberg, thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview today.
I just want you to know that this is my honor to being here and being interviewed by you. But the most important is that this will help the best president that the United States ever had is Donald Trump.
Well, we are so excited to get to talk to you and about why you think he is so special. But we need to tell your story for those who may not know. So I want you to talk about your life in Poland. You were born in Krakow, Poland in 1926, which means you're 94 years old, which is amazing. And I want you to share with the listeners what happened to your family when World War II started.
As you said it before, I was born in Krakow, Poland. When the war started, I was 13 years old. I had grandparents, uncles, and cousins. I have parents, father and mother, and I have two sisters, Carolina and Halina. All those people were murdered by the Germans during this war. And this is what I do, and to go and teach people around whatever is possible, that I can tell them what happened to my family and the 6 million Jews that were murdered by the Nazis.
6 million Jews were murdered by the Nazis in World War II, and you lost all of your family members. What camps were they in, and what camps were you in?
My father was shot right in the beginning in 1941. My grandparents, my cousin, my aunts, they were taken in 1942 to the extermination camp in Belgium. Plus some other families, cousins, they were also taken on another time to the same place. I lost there 16 members of my family.
Amazing.
When I walk through Belgium now, I could hear the cries of my family and the 600,000 Jews. Don't forget us. How can we forget or forgive the murders of our brothers, sisters, and the rest of the relatives? We cannot forget, and we should not forgive. We have no rights to forgive. Only the dead can forgive.
And your wife lost everyone but her father. Is that correct?
My wife lost her two sisters and a brother and grandparents, uncles. Her mother was killed in Plaszow with a benzene injection to the heart, and she saw when they were pulling her mother by the legs and put them on fire to burn her.
Oh my God. So you, as the only survivor of your family, and you saw such atrocities, so many horrible things, how did you survive this?
Well, the question came up to me many times. How did I survive? There was no such a thing like one person was smarter than the other. Okay, there was luck.
Mm.
Okay, I was in Krakow ghetto on March 13, 1943, when they evacuated the ghetto to Plaszow. I saw with my own eyes how, when a mother was carrying a baby in their arm, the Germans ripped out the child of mother's hands and smashed the head against concrete wall to killing the child. Or if a parent was holding a child in the knapsack, they shoot into the knapsack to kill the child. I am a witness to it.
My goodness. And I know many, many more things than that.
Then the same day, they took all the people from the hospital and they brought them in to the square. The name of it was a Platz Gore, and they took away the crutches, the canes, and they told them to crawl on the knees to the other side. And they told them, who will get to the other side will be safe and be able to live. Those poor people were crawling on their hands and feet. When they got to the other side, they were shot,
My goodness.
murdered there.
Murdered.
I just want you to know, if I wouldn't live through it, I could not believe that such a brutality could exist by human being.
Mm.
And as long as I live, okay, I will never give up, and always there are not enough years left in my life to cry for this, what happened.
Mr. Mosberg, tell us about what you're wearing.
This uniform I got when I got to Mauthausen. Okay, the uniform that is hanging behind here is my wife.
Mm.
My wife, when the war started, she had a family, 2 sisters, brother, uncle, aunts, mother, and a father. Only the father survived.
After the war, I know there's a lot that happened there, but I want to tell people eventually you and your wife end up in the United States and you became a very successful businessman. You worked very hard. I want you to talk about a statement that you've made several times that I believe is important. You have said that you blame the German nation for the Holocaust because they voted for Hitler.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yes. I said that I blame the German nations for the Holocaust because they voted for Adolf Hitler. If they would not vote for him, there would be no Nazi party, there would be no Holocaust, and they will not be murdered, I don't know, 30 million people or more during the war. So they are the blame for it. The question come up many times, if I blame their children or something like this, and many times, I got into argument with some people because they said, you should blame the children too. And I said, no, because sometimes a child cannot be responsible for their parents. Okay? This is me.
Yes, I understand. So the key thing in that statement is that they voted for Hitler. Now, I want to read something for you and for the audience. In the past many months in this country, in the United States, we have seen monuments taken down. We have seen an attempt to erase history, which is very dangerous. A study just came out last week, and it was done by the Conference on Jewish Material Claims Against Germany. And I want to read this to you. They focused on the millennials and the Generation Z, which is the people right next to the millennials, in 50 states. This is what they discovered. The report shows 63% of everyone surveyed did not know that 6 million Jews were murdered in the Holocaust. And when it comes to Auschwitz, the most deadly and infamous of all the camps, where more than 1 million people were murdered, 56% were unable to identify Auschwitz at all. Not only that, but the most disturbing is that nearly 20% of those interviewed believed that the Jews were responsible for the Holocaust. What is your reaction to that frightening survey?
I was very upset about it because I go to different around the world, whatever is possible, to teach people about the Holocaust that exists. I was there and I saw it. Okay, I go like March of Living. When I meet people there are about 15,000 of them, and I teach them about the Holocaust. Okay, just recently, I would say, I think a year ago, as one of the Mr. Jackson, a football player, he said something about Hitler. He said about the Holocaust. And somehow I got through somebody in touch with him. And I said to him, Mr. Jackson, I would like to teach you about the Holocaust, because something in Hitler was like this existed. And he said, I am willing, I would like to be taught about it. And I'm trying to go into the museum in Washington. Somebody invite me. And I said to him, if you go over there, this is not the place for you to go. I want to take you to Auschwitz, that you can walk with me through the gas chambers, the crematoriums. I would take you to Mauthausen, where you see the death stairs, 186 steps, carrying boulders. Then you will understand what was concentration camps. And his answer was, yes, I am willing to do so. I am willing to go with you and learn. Mr. Jackson was very nice, very polite when he spoke with me, and I give him my highest respect because he realizes something like this exists, what I told him, and he is willing to go, okay? And this is very important because I have a feeling about Mr. Jackson that he's an honest person, and I can, together with him, help to change the whole situation in the United States. I have that feeling. He have to just agree with me, and him and me could do it. And I have a plan for it. And believe me, when I try to undertake something, I never stop. And I think so that is very important here. Because you see, like Hitler killed their people. It made no difference or they were white or black, okay, or they were Jews or not Jews. If they liked them, they killed them. Okay, the same thing here. When I grew up in Poland, I was 13 years old. I never knew about the slavery in the United States. When I came into the United States, I found out about the slavery. And I was very disappointed in the United States and the people here that they had slavery here. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I survived slavery.
Yeah.
I was a slave by Hitler. Okay? So I had a taste of it. So this should stop.
The story you tell about Deshaun Jackson, I just want to make sure everybody knows that's the Philadelphia Eagles player who posted an anti-Semitic Instagram post. And as a result, you reached out to him to offer to educate him on the Holocaust. And you do this in schools, with the police. It's part of the passion for your life that people know the truth about what happened so we don't repeat it.
But Mr. Jackson, when he said that he didn't know, I believe him. I don't know why, but I believe him the way he said it, and I trust him. Okay?
Tell us how important this election is. How important is it that we don't change as a country and head towards communism or socialism?
To that point that we cannot give in to change the government. We need country free of communism. Okay? Biden, with her woman who he appointed, I don't remember her name, okay? They are being part of the communism. I blame them. Anything would happen, ruin the country. The youth, young people should remember, they like to freedom. And under the communists, there's no freedom. They like to the communists, they like to take away, but don't give you nothing. Okay?
Yes.
So the young people should realize, I would like, if they any time want me to talk to them about the communists, I will be more than happy. You know, uh,
Yes. So this election means everything for the future of our freedoms. And you have made the statement about President Trump. I know you admire him greatly. You've made the statement that if he were president during World War II, he would have stopped the murdering of the Jews.
I think if Donald Trump would be a president during the World War II, he would bomb the railroad tracks, the gas chambers, the crematoriums, and would save millions of people. So now we have him, and we should keep him,
We
because
have
he's
him
the
in.
best thing what can happen. And I would vote for him. My family would vote for him. God bless President Donald Trump for being our president and for being the future president of the United States, clean from the communism. And once more, thank you for letting me talk about it. Okay?
Thank
Because
you. Thank you so much, Mr. Mosberg. I would like you just to, in closing, say something directly to President Trump, a direct message from your heart to his.
I love you. I met you many times. I have here the hat that you personally signed. Okay? And after the election, I am going to put, as much as I love the hat, I will put on an auction, and the money from it will go to choosing some place that you will choose this. Okay? And I met you several times in the White House. I met you before it. And as you know, I was putting up signs all over saying to be voting for Donald Trump.
You are an amazing spokesman for him. Mr. Mosberg, you are a national treasure. And we want to get your message far and wide that this election matters so much to our future.
I just want to dedicate this here today to my love of my life, my wife. She passed away a couple months ago. Okay. I always love you. I never will forget you as long as I live. You everything you was to me, and still you are to me. Once more, I love you. Thank you for letting me talk.
Thank you, Mr. Mosberg. You are a beautiful person. Your wife was an amazing person. The two of you together, really unbelievable. You are a treasure to everyone in this country. I thank you. God bless you. God give you many more years of health. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't need any more. When I lost her, I don't need nothing more life.
I understand. I understand. But you're here with us now and you're still making a difference. And that is a tale to tell. That is amazing. You are still changing hearts and changing minds. And this video will do the same. And we thank you so much for that.
Okay, once more, I once more I'm thanking you
Mm.
for doing it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.